everybody, Joy here. You can see I'm in my Edmond home with the pretty blue-green walls or whatever color they are. And look what I did. Look what I did all by my very own self. This is my Solaris under here. And for some reason, Baby Lock doesn't give you covers for their machines. I think that is really tacky for $20,000. Maybe they gave it to me and I just don't know where it's at, but I have searched and searched all the stuff they gave me. I have not found a cover. For Nina, on the other hand, you can see back here, can you see clear back here? They give you fabulous covers with zippers and padding and everything else. But nothing for my Solaris. So I found this fabric. I was going to make an apron out of it, like a sewing and quilting apron or something, because it's the only thing in the entire Joann store that matched my paint. And it just happens, hold on, I'm going to have a sip. Oh look, I can put my coffee on top of my sewing machine. How cool is that? Anyway, I wanted to make a cover for this. So I came in here and I started measuring. You know, it's very, very odd how this is shaped. So I started measuring the top and measuring how this front window shoots out at an angle and measuring the skinny top and the fat bottom, and it's wider here and skinnier there. I just could not figure it out on paper in order to draw a pattern where you make seam lines and stuff. So my lightning fast mind. Fabric's just been laying here forever because I've been just throwing the fabric over it when I left town. So I took the fabric and I just kind of scooched all the extra off and draped the fabric over it, and then I just pinned it. I pinned it here, and I pinned it here, and I pinned it here, and I pinned it here. And so it kind of fit all the way around. And then I put it down to the table and I drew a line with one of those, what are they called? Those kind of markers, the frictions, with the markers that you can iron away. And I just held it straight down and drew a line at the bottom where it touched the table. So then I just pulled it off. I drew like 1 inch out from the line where I drew it on the table, and I cut all around that. And then I cut all this extra material off. There's great big elephant ears hanging everywhere here on the corners, and so I cut those off. Then I turned it all around and I marked where all the pins were. And so then I drew a line where all the pins were, and then I marked out 3/8 inch from that. And then I cut out the middle of it. And so then I had, you know, a funny shape. It was a great big rectangle with 4 cutouts in the corners. Odd shaped looking things. So then I went over and I sewed the 4 sides and I put it on, and voila, it's perfect. I am so proud of me. Now I know what draping is about. Of course, I don't know if I can drape a human being, but I can drape a sewing machine. So anyway, where have I been? Before I go any further, I'm going to insert right here a video I made for you the day before Thanksgiving. I'm going to put it right here. Hey everybody, Joy here. It is the day before Thanksgiving 2018. The actual date, I think, is the 22nd, November 22nd. Anyway, have y'all had your cuppa yet this morning? It's 9:30 here, so I think I'm on number 3. So good. So good. So what do I have to tell you? I have to tell you that Terry invited Jerry and I to her house for Thanksgiving. She always does. But usually we go up to Edmond to be with our kids. But our kids aren't doing anything this year. And Jerry and I are pretty tied up with this transition that's going on between the company that bought us and our company. So we really need to stay here anyway. And then after Thanksgiving, I'm going to go up there myself, because you know why? My koala furniture is coming. Yay! What they've told me is the end of November. So I don't know if the end of November is like the very last minute of the very last day, or if it's the last week of, or if they're going to call me and say, hey, it's going to be the end of next March. I don't know. But anyway, Christmas is next. And you know, there's not any stores down here. Well, there are, but they're an hour away. And so if I'm up there, I can go running around and do a little Christmas shopping and try to figure out what on this planet I could possibly buy my husband that he doesn't already have. There was something Oh, it's a wine thingy. Hey, you guys, tell me about your wine thingies. We like wine, and he likes a different kind than I like. The two kinds that I like, one of them, Walmart started carrying wine down here. And they have a Moscato, and they have one that's a peach and one that's a cherry, and I like them both. Well, you just unscrew the top and you can drink that wine. He likes one called Black, and Black has a cork in it. Well, I had one of those expensive rabbit things, you know, that you screw down in and then you do the handles and the cork comes out. Well, the last time I tried to open the Black, and I probably told you guys this, I screwed the cork all the way down in, put the handles down to lift the cork up, and the corkscrew stayed in and broke off of the holder. So then I had a cork and a corkscrew in the bottle. So then we didn't have any more corkscrews. So we tried nails, we tried pliers, we borrowed the old-fashioned kind from Terry. We never could get that stupid cork out of there. I think we ended up cutting it up with a knife and pulling it out in pieces. Good gravy. So anyway, Terry and I were texting last night, and she was out dancing and singing in her kitchen, and she was having peach Moscato, and I was sitting on my bed watching Viv Mom Sews, and I was drinking my cherry Moscato, and Cherry was in the kitchen, opening up the door, searching through everything. Joy, what do we have to open up this bottle with? So anyway, we need a dependable, really good corkscrew remover thingy. And so we went on Amazon last night. Well, they start at like $9 and go to, no joke, $350. So let me know what y'all use to open a bottle of wine, okay? And other than that, I said we're going to Terry's for Thanksgiving. I'm making a turkey and my fruit salad that everybody always loves, and gravy. And so then the other people, I think she's having 25 people. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I want to show you guys this. I made a top out of this years ago. And every time I wear it in my videos, some of you say, where did you get that fabric? We love that fabric. Here it is. I just bought this last Friday. Last Friday at Hobby Lobby. And I'm betting that this is their fabric. You know, Joann's has their own fabric, Hobby Lobby has their own fabric. Let me look. Usually you can see on the selvage. Well, this selvage doesn't say anything, but I'm guessing this is Hobby Lobby's because it's been there for years and they still have it. So this is a knit, and it's real easy to sew knit. It's not one of those super slinky ones. And y'all can still get it if you want to make a top. I bought enough to make me 2 more tops. I think everybody likes it so much. In fact, I might make a pair of pants out of it. Oh, that'd be cute. Okay. So then the next thing I made, I didn't make anything, but I bought that. I did get one thing made since I got back from Edmond, and it's this. There is a lady, her name is Wanda. Is this the right way? Her name is Wanda, and she is Terry's mother-in-law. Terry's married to her son, Doug, and they live about 20-25 miles away from here. And so I know her really well, and I know Doug's sister really well. Well, Wanda loves to cook, and she is an excellent cook. She makes salads. Remember she had me over to her house one time? We had a tea party, and she invited me and Terry, and she made like 5 salads. Oh, it was divine. It was just wonderful. So anyway, she has this other thing that she does. She used to do it years ago. She belonged to some kind of club with other women or something, and they took turns having dinners at each other's house or something, and Wanda had all these fancy dishes, and she'd always make her table real fancy. And so she still does it, even though she just lives with her daughter and she doesn't have the people over anymore. Every month she changes her tabletop. And if you go back into my videos, I'm sure I took a picture at some time and showed it to you. So anyway, she really likes Apron, so I made her an apron last year, and she just loves it. She told me the other day she wears it all the time, so I decided she needs a new apron. So I was looking for an embroidery design to put on her new apron, and I found all these dishes, because she loves dishes, right? And she's always decorating her table. So I'm going to take this to Wanda at the Thanksgiving dinner. So I hope she really likes it. She is so cute. And of course, this is my style with a whole bunch of pockets. Really nice. If I had another one of these, I'd make my daughter one for gardening and put a chicken on it. My daughter loves chickens. My daughter loves any kind of animal. Oh my gosh, she has the cutest. You know she has a kennel. She has had this big dog, Brody. My dogs, Jackie and Josie, came from Brody years ago. And all her puppies have always been either the real light cream color or they've been black. First time ever she's had chocolate brown puppies. And I just found out about it yesterday. And she showed me this chocolate brown puppy that she named Brian. Oh, $1,200. I was going to buy him. I loved him. But it was the first day they'd advertised and some people were coming to look. Well, Brian was the first puppy to go. Let me get this off you guys. So anyway, Brian's gone. But the good news is Brody's kind of too old. His last litters have just been 2 puppies or 5 puppies or something. And so he's getting put out to pasture. And there is a new daddy doggy named George. And he is brown. So I'm thinking, you know, now that Jerry and I are retiring, I want a puppy. I definitely want a puppy. And so I'm hoping maybe the next litter there'll be a brown one, because I would love to have a brown one. I mean, you live out here in the woods, are going to be brown anyway. Might as well start with brown, right? Okay, one other thing I want to tell you, and I was going to write it on my board, but this isn't my board, so I can't write it. Let me write it on this paper. Maybe you can see it if I write it on this paper. I'm not even sure if this is right, but if you Google it, I have this new YouTube video that I love, and it's called Viv Mom. I'm not sure if it's Viv Mom Sews or just Viv Mom, but if you go to YouTube and you search Viv Mom, I'm sure it'll come up. You guys like my personality, you'll love her personality. She is younger than I am, she's very beautiful, she's got legs to die for. And she makes about 5 garments a week, I think. And I actually think she's probably the only other lady on earth that buys more fabric than I do. So she's fun, fun, fun. She lives in Virginia. And I think she's probably pretty new. She doesn't have, I can't remember how many thousands of followers she has. Maybe 4, I'm not sure. But you guys will love following her if you don't already. Viv Mom. And I think it's Viv Mom Sews. So anyhow, you know how it is here in Kingston. It's going to take all night to upload this video. And I don't think I have anything else to show you. I'm looking around to see. Nope, I haven't done anything but work for the last 3 weeks. But I am going to Edmond. Probably Friday or Saturday. I don't know, I might not go Friday because it's Black Friday and the traffic may be lined up from Oklahoma City to Kingston. So I probably won't go Black Friday. In fact, I may wait until Monday. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. But until then, you all have a fabulous, marvelous, blessed Thanksgiving. And don't forget where all your blessings come from, my friends. I thank and praise God for every one of you. And I pray that you have a blessed, wonderful Thanksgiving day with someone you love. All right, so now you know, don't you? Now you know, don't you? Who said that? Eliza, what was her name? Eliza in My Fair Lady? Now you know, don't you? I did make you a video, but I tried and tried and tried and tried for the entire day to upload that video, and it kept giving me this big error message. And finally I decided I'm going to call Jerry up here. It was still morning time. I'd worked on it a couple hours. Jerry came up. He worked on it for a couple hours. Then he had to go to work. So then I worked on it some more. So then I decided to call the computer guy down there in Kingston and ask him, you know, here's this error message. I'm trying to upload one of my videos. I've done it a million times. I know it works. It keeps giving me this error message. He worked on it for an hour and a half. Off and on, he had to leave and call me back and leave and call me back. Finally, about 4 o'clock that day, he called me and he said, well, I found the problem. I said, well, what's that? And he said, your hard drive is failing. He said, Joy, don't use it. Turn it off. Don't use it, because you could lose absolutely everything in your computer. Well, wasn't that happy news? husband, he's a computer nerd himself, you know. My husband's learned how to do a lot of stuff with computers because we don't like paying $200 an hour for some guy to come in and do something we can do ourselves. You know, we have like 25 computers or more for our stores. So he knows a lot about computers. So he came into my room, I think it was the next day. Was it the next day? Yeah, I think it was. And he went in there early in the morning, and he brought this, it's a little box. I call it a box, but it's a, I don't know what you call it. But you can put like all your stuff from your computer in it. It's like just to store your stuff. It doesn't do anything except just store your stuff. And so he had one downstairs on his computer, so he dumped all his stuff off of it and brought it up empty. And so he downloaded all my stuff hour after hour after hour. And he put all my files over there on that box. And so then I had asked Shannon, who's the computer tech down there, I said, listen, I need to have tons of storage. I said, I'm forever deleting my videos, and I hate to delete them because I make a lot of videos I never show you guys. Or I cut a bunch of stuff out, you know, that I don't think you'd be interested in. And some of you are saying, well, why don't you just cut it all out? Anyway, he told me get 2 terabytes of memory. So I told Jerry I need 2 terabytes. And so we looked and we looked and we looked, and nothing came with 2 terabytes except for refurbished computers. Refurbished. So I guess they came in with 1 terabyte and they refurbished them and stuck another terabyte in them or something. So anyway, I bought this refurbished computer, not very much, $350 maybe. And it was supposed to be delivered Sunday, which was yesterday, to our Kingston home. So when Jerry gets home tonight, it'll be there and he'll get that all hooked up for me. So I emailed